Mini-board is an interactive board game, combined with mini-games in between rounds. Players work their way around the board, earning coins allowing them to open chests. The first person to reach the crown target wins. This game is created for 2 to 4 players and is played offline, and everyone uses the same keyboard. Players start at the start of the board and each take a turn. Once everyone has taken a turn, the person that rolled the highest will move first. Each turn, a player will then roll and move the amount of spaces. Landing on different waypoints will trigger different obstacles or awards. The aim of the game is to collect the crowns from the chest, which cost coins. Coins can be earned through mini-games or collecting special spaces. The higher you win in a game, the more coins you get. The target audience for this game is young teenagers or children. It uses a colourful, bright colour scheme to create a pleasing visual effect. One of the interesting pieces of code is the roll loop. This is where each player takes his turn to move throughout the board. The system iterates its way through the player list, ordering itself on the player's roll order. This selects the correct player from the list and then sets their position as higher or lower in the roll. This is used throughout the game for when mini-games are won or the game starts, where the players need to be reordered into an order where the highest person goes first. This is one of the most common loops, as it is played after every mini-game and at the start of the game. Another interesting piece of code is the player movement. This is what moves the player along the waypoint array one at a time. As you can see, it starts off with the transform not equaling the waypoint number. So if it is not equal to the waypoint number it should be on, the player then will move there. Otherwise, obviously, with the initial if statement, if it is not there, it is obviously on the target. So it starts off, ignore just this for a second, sorry. It then sets the transform of the position to a vector 3, and it uses it used to use lerp, but now it uses move towards. So it uses the move transform position, the waypoint number of the position of the waypoint, and it has a move speed and time delta, so I can control how fast I want it to move. It used to be a lerp, however this got a bit janky trying to implement animations as well, so I had to go back to move towards. This is being called in the update overall, so it updates every time so it knows the new position of the object, and that's how it gets smooth. If the object is on the position, it then sets a bool called move to true, and this allows the player to roll the next dice. As you can see on the other hand, we have other code. This is for the animations of the player, so this turns the player object towards the next waypoint. So then he's always facing it, so when he is running he is always facing the correct direction. I use a blend tree for this, so I have 2 different animations in which blend together, which is what movement time is set in the animated components. I have to go through get childs to get to it, however, as animations and custom animation objects has many trees and etc. I also do the same but in reverse for when the player is stood still. So this does the movement times where 1 is running, 0 is 0 is the idle. So each player has different idle positions. So it slowly moves it back down from 1 until it hits 0 by increments of 0.02, which doesn't take very long at all over the time. That is it for the video. Thank you very much.